Get the boys to do some bits out there, do us proud.
Yeah, hopefully.
Fingers crossed.
Ah, yeah. Forgot about Bullet Boy.
Yeah, Bullet Boy could be a good call for us.
Because he races for both, doesn't he? Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
Anyway.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to Contest of Speed. My name is Dan. I'll be your commentator this evening. Alongside me is Pure Blades.
Hello, mate. Hello. Glad to be here.
It's good
It's
stuff.
always an honour to commentate next to you.
Oh, you're too kind. We're back on this Friday evening for Contest of Speed versus SFR Round 2, the second and final matchup between these two leagues. Contest of Speed after the first leg currently hold a 28-point advantage over the opposition as it stands, so this race will be the decider.
Hopefully, some exciting racing and maybe our boys can get it done.
Fingers crossed. It might be a case of damage limitation. We're missing some of the quick guys. We're missing Alatakir, Nolan, Raikkonen. Harrison's not here tonight. So
Hopefully Bullet Boy can affect some damage on the SFR lads today.
Yeah, so
Well,
Bullet Boy is
way,
in.
but,
Yeah, can put some point. Him and Fruitful will be our main hopes for point scoring tonight. So just to run through the COS driver lineup, we've got Varamir. He's the first man on the list there in the Racing Point, and we've got Javi Ferreira 26 in the Red Bull, Fruitful Coat 1 in the Renault, Simply Rush in the Williams, Bullet Boy in the Ferrari, Jacob in the Mercedes, Thomas in the Toro Rosso, Eat the Cookie in the McLaren, Rosa in the Haas, Mitch in the Alpha.
Woo, go Rosa, up the Haas.
So first man out on track is an SFR driver, that's Topics, coming around to start this first run now on the soft tyre.
And I noticed they've changed their driver lineup for tonight.
I mean, we have as well, to be fair.
Yeah, but I noticed some big changes.
Go on, point
I
them
don't
out.
think Topics was there. I'm not sure Hunter was there last week. Storm as well. I know Laserlord was. Nick Mania I don't think was there. So.
Yeah. Crucially though
Quite
for
a few
SFR, their
changes.
two big men are in. That's P. Waters in the Mercedes and Medium Pilot in the Renault. I'm going on board with the
And,
latter of those two.
And Gwil 18 as well. So
Yeah, we've got some history there as well between him and Javi in the Renault, in the Red Bull even.
hopefully that doesn't explode again tonight.
Fingers crossed. Keep those two
Want to see
separate.
some clean racing.
Yeah, we do. End this exhibition series off in style.
Indeed. Hopefully with a win for COS, but you know,
That's the one.
it is what it is.
So let's have a look. We've got 2 viewers at the moment, but welcome you too. Sure, we'll get some more later down the line. Medium Pilots.
On a Friday, so it's understandable.
Yeah, it's not a regular slot for us. Medium Pilot coming around to finish his first flying lap. Although I think he's boxing. No, he's going to carry on the mediums. Sets a time of 108.4. I can't set that on softs, so that, you know, I'm glad I'm not in here.
Very quick.
And Fruitful's beaten it on the soft tyre, but only by 3/10. So Medium Pilot in a good position. And just to put it in perspective, Hunter's gone round on the medias as well, and he's only set at 109.7. P. Waters 108.6, also on the mediums. Those two are the big guys for SFR, remember. They'll be their main point scoring hopes. Fruitful and this man, Bullet Boy, the big ones for us. Bullet on the hard tyre for his first run. Puts himself P7, 109.8. Let's jump down. Let's go on board with Thomas. Commentating last week. Brought in to drive this time around with the absences we've got. No worries, Claudio. It's good to have you. Good to have your support with us.
Everybody loves Claudio.
And is Thomas giving Cookie a tow? He was.
And Cookie up into 5th because of it.
Yeah, and Thomas is going again.
Strategical play from the COS team.
It was. Cookie, good time, 108.5. Very good banker lap for him.
And obviously we know they're talking, so...
All the lads are in a party.
From our lads there.
Oh, Thomas squirming on the exit, and he's had to run wide, and that's that lap gone. Although there is that Javi behind him? It is. Javi is just behind him on track, so might be able to give him a tow. And Jacob's left again. He did this last time.
Yeah. Oh no, he didn't make it last time.
Well, he was late, wasn't he?
For qualifying. Had to jump in at the end of the session.
He made a good result though, got himself back up into the top 10, didn't he? Last time out at Silverstone.
Some good points for him. And as we see Javi and Thomas coming round, you just wonder if the Red Bull family are going to execute a tow.
They do. Thomas does his teamly duty. And I'm not sure, is he going to go again, or is he... No, he's going to bring it back round into the pits, as medium tyres will be gone by now.
Just wonder, was that Javi's out lap? I didn't
it was, yeah. Yeah, it was.
Yeah. I didn't see if it was out lap, so...
Bullet Boy coming round to finish a second lap on the hard tyres. And he is up at the moment, marginally, but he is in the green.
Comes round with loads of it.
Half a second in the third sector. 109.3 for Bullet Boy on the hard tyres, and that is a benchmark.
That is a hell of a time on those hard tyres.
Yeah. That is one quick lap.
Now, if he comes out on the soft, that could be pole.
It could be. Bullet Boy in contention. So let's have a look now. We'll keep best compound active. So just see who's where and on what. Javi's finished his time. He's gone up to P6, just in front of, Gil.
Oh, oh man.
Medium Pilot is back out on track, and he is on the soft tyres.
Was the decision made to bring Javi in, knowing Will would be racing today?
No, it wasn't.
Oh god.
Quite. Medium Pilot starting his second flying run, this time on the soft tyre. I'm expecting this to be pole position, and quite comfortably as well.
Yeah, should jump up into the 107s here. Medium, obviously, a quick guy.
2/10 up through sector 1 already.
Seen him top of most of the time trial leaderboards. So.
Yeah, the guy has incredible pace. I'd have loved to have got Nolan in tonight just to see if he could match the guy or even beat him, but sadly he's unavailable. I don't know about you, I think that Waters goes fastest, first man into the 107s.
As Rosa leaves, so two guys having internet issues. Unfortunately, two of our guys. So.
Yeah, well, if they get them out of the way early, that's what matters. Medium Pilot's coming in. I thought he invalidated that lap. I saw him run wide at one of the corners.
He sends it into the pit.
Fruitful 107.7. There's the times we want to see. I'm waiting for.
And be my usual impartial self.
I'm not going to be impartial.
Get in there, Fruitful.
This is all competition. There's no need for impartiality. If we were commentating on two separate leagues that we had nothing to do with, then yes. But we're not. So sod it. Parties and commentators, that'll do.
Rosa back in, nice to see.
Rosa is back in.
Improve on that P13.
Mitch is out on the mediums. Currently quicker through sector 1 than he was on his first run, which was on the hards. Let's see what he can do through sector 2. Got a slow-moving car ahead of him, which is one of the McLarens, and I think that's going to be... Oh, it's Cookie, and he gets out of the way well. Team playing at its finest. Mitch half a second up.
I was just wondering there, is there going to be some antics during qualifying between these two?
I don't think so. I think they'll both have professional heads screwed on.
Yeah.
Even Cookie.
Yeah, even Cookie.
Mitch improves by 0.6. Be interesting, now that Cookie is on a flying lap, will Mitch give him a tow?
If Mitch is in a position to, I can't see why not. Just needs to stay far enough ahead through the lap to not
I think
impact Cookie.
I think if Mitch doesn't push now, we're on board with Cookie. That's the alpha of Mitch ahead of us. Yes, Jordan's in the chat, giving his support. Come on, lads. See, now if I'm Mitch, I'm going to back off through these next two corners so that when we get to the straight, Cookie's right behind. You give him the tow up the hill. Oh, a little squirm for Cookie there.
No tow, maybe?
I think Cookie, no, he is going to finish the lap.
Takes the right line.
Just over. Tow would have put him faster.
It's such a shame we got that little squirm of oversteer.
And we've missed that. Jacob goes P4 with a 108.0.
What a lap from Tier 2 Championship leader, I believe.
That's the one. Bullet Boy's back out on track on the mediums again. And I believe... Yeah, he's going for a second run on the mediums.
Obviously, would like the preferential strategy out of the two Ferraris. The two Ferraris, I believe, 12th and 13th at the minute, so
yeah, they are.
They will be hoping to improve that.
Certainly will. Fruitful's back on another outlap. The Alpha and Mitch getting out of the way of everybody there.
Very challenging track in Brazil.
It's Topics, not Mitch.
There's a lot of places where you can invalidate the S's is a big one. I've seen a lot of people invalidating the S's.
Yeah, running wide at
turn 4 at the end of the straight.
Yeah, turn 4 and then turn 7 or 8 as well. If you run wide there, it's quite a common one. Here comes Bullet Boy though towards the line. I've not been keeping an eye on his splits, but he's giving one of them a tow as he pits in, and it was Waters he gave the tow to, and that's put him ahead of Fruitful. And that's by 1/100th of a second. That tow made the difference. Great opportunistic driving from Waters. Let's go on board with Fruitful though. Oh, he's bailed out.
Pilot takes pole.
Yeah, by 3/100ths of a second. Got a three-way battle for pole at the moment, but Bullet Boy could work his way into that. And so could the likes of Varamir, Thomas and Jacob as well. Let's not count those guys out. I only know the COS drivers, that's why I'm not suggesting any of the others for SFR. Don't just think I'm being biased. I mean, I am biased, but you know.
I have watched a few SFR races this week, as they are on before us.
What have you noticed?
I didn't gain much information from it. There wasn't much to see.
I don't know if that's a dig or if it's just genuine.
No, it's just I didn't notice much. From what I watched, when I wasn't busy, it's not much to notice about any of these guys. So certainly didn't see Topics.
Speaking of him, he's staying out on track on some very worn tyres and not pushing, so I have a feeling he's going to be out there to give someone a tow this time around.
I just wonder who's coming up to who's coming up behind. I think I did see a car coming out the S's.
We'll have a look. It's not Hunter. Is it Electrodan? It's not Electrodan. He's coming around to finish a lap. But I think he's bailed out of it. What about people on outlaps? Could be Storm, but I think he's ahead of him on track. And yeah, everyone else is either in the pits or cruising. Although GFO's now out on track, but he's way too far behind. I think most of the guys now are going to wait for around the 2-minute mark before they head out.
Cookie out early. Very early.
Is he on the softs, Cookie?
I think he is. Obviously, I'm not in the lobby, so
I was going to say, I was asking you to check. I forgot that you're not in here. Cookie is, yeah, he's on the softs.
If he manages to retain his position in the top 10, he will not have the preferential strategy, which I believe here is a medium to hard. I'm not too sure.
Seem that way, but we'll find out. Cookie starts his, well, what will be his final lap. I believe is the first man to do so. Jacob is also on a lap at the moment. We'll see how he goes. Cookie is marginally up through sector 1. Running wide here is where I was talking about, and Cookie's managed to keep it on the asphalt.
Yep, I forgot which terminal that was, but yeah, I've invalidated there a lot.
Yellow flag sector 2, which is where Cookie is now, coming towards the sector 3 split. Whatever it was is cleared. Cookie 2.5 tenths up into the final sector, but this is where he had the tow from Thomas earlier. This is where, if anything, he'll lose time. No, he improves just over 2 tenths, puts himself up to 8th. Let's go to Jacob, who's backed out of his lap. Might get another run at it, but I'm not sure. Medium Pilot has just started his lap. Let's go with him. He's the man who's going to be the front runner at the moment for pole.
Nick Maney has jumped up to 4th. I don't know if you noticed.
I did, yeah. 2 SFR drivers retiring from the session. That'll be in the pit lane. Nothing more they can do. Medium Pilot looking controlled, looking calm, looking smooth, as we've come to expect from him over these last 2 weeks. To the final proper corner, and he'll punch it for the line.
Sector 3 is just flat out, so we don't have to worry about much.
Gilga's gone second, 107.7. In between, and Pilot improves by 2 tenths. So who's next across? It's going to be Fruitful, who has improved, but is it enough? He goes second. It's not enough to take pole position. Waters will be next. Oh no, he's crashed! Him and Bullet Boy have crashed.
That Bullet Boy.
And Waters have got a 5
place grid penalty as well.
For Waters for the contact.
That could be huge.
It could be. I don't know what really went on there. Bullet Boy seemed to get in the way. Varamir's bailing out of his lap. He must have invalidated somewhere. Roz has got himself up to 13th.
P6, amazing job by Varamir.
Yeah.
6 and 7 for the tier 2 guys.
So then, as it stands, with Waters having that 5 place penalty, it's Medium Pilot, Fruitful Coupe, Gear 18, GFO Nick Mania, Varamir, Jacob, Simply, VTR Midnight, then Waters, Electrodan, and then outside the top 10 we've got Javi, Cookie, Rosa, Laser Lord, Storm, Bullet Boy in P16. He'll be disappointed with that. Mitch, Thomas, again, all three of those guys actually will be probably disappointed with their results, and Hunter in P19, and Topics rounding off the field.
Even spread of drivers, exactly even in the top 10. So.
Yeah, and drama at the end of qualifying as well. Not something you see very often.
And I haven't had any information on weather. So you never know, we could see more torrential downpour as it was last week.
We very well may do. So, as you can see, there's the guys running in the top 10 on screen. All those guys will start on the soft tyre. Everybody outside of the top 10 can start on whichever tyre they do so choose, which could make for some interesting strategy, particularly if it's dry. If it's wet, then the guys on the outside of the top 10 are going to have one hell of a fight to get back up.
There's not many real overtaking opportunities here. You've got the end of the first
Oh,
straight.
and it is wet.
What can I say? I'm just a genius. Absolutely hammering it down.
I don't know, I think that's Inter's conditions, to be honest with you, mate.
It's low quality on my screen.
Yeah.
I think that's something to do with me, so...
I reckon that's Inter's. But
Information from Cookie, wet start, dry finish.
Oh,
So,
very interesting. That's a good point from Jordan, actually. Yeah, maybe that is the reason some people were really slow in qualifying. They've gone for a wet setup.
with the dry end to the race, you'd think that the people on dry setups might have an advantage. After,
They might, but they
after
also
it
have.
turns dry and strap on the dry tyres.
They've also got the risk of losing it in the damp conditions.
The work, yeah.
So medium pilot leads the field away, and that's one SFR man down already.
And let's hope he can. I don't know what it is with Varamir and the Dutch. Because Varamir, if you look in the chat, Varamir is always in the tier 3 races supporting all the Dutch guys. And then every time Varamir races, there's always some Dutchman.
And medium pilot's made a mistake. He's gone off track.
Could this be foreshadowing?
He is human.
He is human. Indeed. And I just wonder...
Is that going to rattle him? Is that going to get inside his head?
Making a mistake on the formation line.
To be fair, you can say I did it on Tuesday.
Did you? Oh.
Yeah, I did. I lost it at blank curve on the formation lap.
I was going to say I don't watch tier 2 races, but I do, so...
Yeah. You commentate on them.
It's always my excuse for not seeing something. Well, didn't watch it.
Didn't watch it, didn't see it, don't care.
Yeah, it did happen. Fruitful back in the pack, right up. And it looks like there was an incident with a Mercedes. I think that was Storm. Storm and Laser Lord. Very possibly.
No, I think it was. I think it was Varamir and Jacob actually.
Oh dear. Well, that's an issue.
Of course it was. Alright, here we go though. Ready for lights out in Brazil. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We've got 2 jump starts there, but away we go at last. And it's a good start from both Renaults. Fruitful's having to defend from Gill though as he gets a great start. Medium pilot leads into turn 1. and Fruitful's held off Gill behind him, but he's running wide, and Gill might get a chance at the undercut. I think he has. It's a drag race down towards turn 3, and there's a Force India off, and that's Nick Mania. That's major front wing damage for him.
Yeah, front wing off on the left-hand side of the car.
And Fruitful's lost the position to Gill there. Simply is ahead of a lot of guys. He's made a great start, Simply. Let's go for position changes. Electrodan is out, Storm is out, and Mitch is out.
What sort of accident happened at the back there?
I don't know, I didn't see it on stream, but that's 3 guys out of the race already. Medium Pilot leads then from Gill and Fruitful, Coot, Varamir, Jacob, Simply and Javi in 4th, 5th, 6th and 7th. Waters drops down to 8th. But he's battling with Javi to get that position back. Bullet Boy up to P9, up 7 places off the start. He's had a lightning getaway. Then the next SFR driver is VTR Midnight in P10, closely followed by Rosa. He's going to be putting him under great pressure if he can get away with it. And Waters is into the pits early.
And I imagine Hunter and Topic might come in as well. Yep, there you go, Hunter's in.
Yep, we've
for
got
his drive-through penalty.
And Topics as well. We've got front wing change for Waters. And Waters has left.
He's out, yeah.
He's left the session and retired.
As well. So
that's one of the big gunners for SFR out at this early stage.
I think there's a glitch in the pit lane because I just see 2 cars in the middle of the pit.
Yeah, I do as well. Simply and Jacob now close together. And we've got 5 guys out as well. Virtual safety car is out. No, well spotted. VSC is out.
And 4 SFR drivers as well as Midge out already.
Yeah.
Chaotic first lap.
So we can tally those points onto the current totals. So 1 point for Electrodan, 2 for Storm, 3 for Mitch, 4 for Waters and 5 for Nick Mania.
So that the gap is 19 as it stands.
19 points the gap now.
As obviously they gained 3 but it's cancelled by Mitch. So.
So then off the restart, Fruitful's gained a lot of ground on Gill, who's lost time to Medium Pilot, and I wouldn't be surprised if that's not tactical. I remember doing something similar at Baku last season against Ricky, and we've got Midnight is round and in the wall at the S's. No wing damage though, so he should be able to carry on. It's all going wrong for SFR at this stage. Varamir is letting Bullet Boy and Javi go through.
Well, I'm not surprised. Topics gets a 5-second penalty and retires.
That's 6 points guaranteed then for Topics. That's locked in.
So the gap now down to 13.
Meanwhile, back up at the front, Gill is leaving Fruitful behind.
With all these guys leaving, if only I could get an invite. Damn.
Oh yeah, I can't even give you one because I'm spectating. If any of our guys are listening, when you come in for your stops...
Or Mitch, or has Mitch already left?
If Mitch is still in there, if he's listening...
I'll message him.
Yeah, you message him and see. Yeah, and then that'll just make commentary all the better.
Yeah.
And Bullet Boy has got past Javi into turn 1. And that unleashes the Bullet to go and chase down Simply. So as it stands right now, it's SFR, SFR, COS, 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 COS.
COS. I just noticed. Just do you a favour.
The only COS driver at the moment not currently in the top 10 who is still running is Thomas in P12. But he is... and now Cookie, who's been overtaken by Laser Lord, and there's a coming together between those two. And Thomas looks to take advantage.
Thomas will get past, but it doesn't look like
he's
Cookie
gonna
was damaged, so...
I think Cookie will be alright. Thomas made a lunge down the inside of Laser Lord, but couldn't make the move stick. Might have a run at him into turn 1 though, he's close enough behind.
And there's my invite. And
Just needs to be careful on the throttle, gets the power down now.
We have a third member joining us, Mr. Daniel.
Do we?
Because Mitch wants to come commentate.
Fabulous.
I'm
And
happy to
Thomas
allow
makes
that.
the move on Laser Lord into turn 1. Puts himself up to P10. Maybe him and Cookie can work together now and try and get the Haas back down behind the McLaren.
There we go.
Blades is in the lobby. Fruitful can't look tentative. I reckon Fruitful's on a dry setup, to be honest with you. Or maybe a hybrid, I'm not sure.
Maybe we Gwil and medium. Our medium was too fast. He qualified. But oh, an Electra down. Oh, never mind. It's just showing me all the retired cars. That's annoying.
Yeah, Fruitful pushing hard to try and close the gap and overtake Gil, but not close enough at the moment. No DRS assistance, of course, in the wet weather.
Medium Pilot's jumped out to a massive lead, though.
Yeah, he has 3.5 seconds near enough the gap.
I think, like you said, it's Gwil dropping back to
Hold Fruitful up.
allow Medium Pilot to build up that lead.
Medium Pilot can go and win as much as he wants. His team leaving is going to cost the league in the end.
His team has
as it
left him in
stands.
the dust. Essentially, it's just all gone.
Yeah, they have. It's Waters in particular getting wing damage early on and then retiring in the pits is not going to do him any favours, because there is a huge gap now from any other assistance apart from those two helping each other at the front of the field, and it looks as though Fruitful might be able to make a move this time around. He's much closer. Just needs to be careful putting the power down. Now he can turn the ERS up, turn the fuel to rich. Again, he's not going to be close enough to make a lunge.
If I'm these guys out in the cars, so COS, with only one of our lads out, just stick with it.
You just bring the cars home. That's
Bring the cars home, exactly.
Yeah, I mean, do you want to tally up the points now as it stands? Let's say if we work out, because how many was it total? 200
Total 210.
210 total. So
Are we doing fastest lap point? Because if we are, it's like it's 210.
no, I don't think so.
Right, so 210.
So we've got Medium Pilot on 25, Gil on 18, no, on 20, Gil on 19.
No, medium Pilot, yeah, 20, Gil on. Yeah. Cut me off then.
I'll just let you get on with it, shall I?
Yeah. From this race, we have 126 points as it stands, not including Mitch.
Okay, so we would extend the lead. Okay.
Yes, we'd extend the lead.
So if the COS boys are listening, just bring it home, lads.
And I know Mitch is in the party, so I'll give Mitch a message.
Gil runs wide at turn 1. Fruitful could be in with a shout into turn 3 here. And he knows it, he can smell the opportunity. Look at him, he's like some sort of vampire, hunting down his prey. And Cookie's got through past midnight as well. Into
Bullet Boy
in. Bullet Boy's in early, and he's retired. Bullet Boy's retired.
Still, I believe, secures 7 points for COS.
Yes, indeed he does.
7 points.
Still, that's a strange retirement to see.
Maybe he had damage, I'm not sure.
Maybe, but I don't know where from, because it was all COS drivers up there unless someone's just made a mistake. I mean, he got a 5-second stop go for speeding in the pit lane, but if he was coming in to retire anyway, he probably just caned it in there. Oh, and look how close Fruitful is now to the back of Gill. Careful with the power, lad, it's not the be-all and end-all. This could be it. He's going for the outside. He's going to go for it on the brakes.
This time.
It's the first switch. He's going for the second switch. And maybe he's going to try the triple switch back, but not quite close enough. Will he make a move into turn 3? Or turn 4 even. Turn 4 at the bottom of there. Fruitful still all over the back of Gill, but this is allowing Medium Pilot to escape. And I think I'm right in saying...
And he's getting away safely, so he's not retiring.
It stopped raining. And Laserlord is on medium tyres. He's acting as...
the dummy, as Varamir was last week.
Yeah, so. He is acting as the weatherman. We'll keep an eye on him. And if any of the COS drivers are listening, we can relay that message. We'll get that message relayed as soon as we know. Oh, Gill chopped across the front of Fruitful there as he goes into the pits. Medium Pilot in as well. That means Fruitful's got to go again. Of course, Medium Pilot in the other Renault takes up that box. Jacob going again.
Rush in.
Rush is in.
And I believe the Williams.
Javi staying out. Varamir staying out.
Stack. The two Williams.
Nah, Simply's suffered a little bit there. But not enough to write home about. Thomas is in. And he's going for mediums. Medium Pilot's gone for hard tyres, interestingly. So has Midnight.
So, Medium Pilot maybe going to try and go to the end.
Potentially. It'd be interesting to see what Fruitful does with that knowledge, if he's got it. I think he will have. Varamir will be relaying that to him now. They are next to each other on track. And Cookie is into the pits as well. He's the last man in. But he's gone out on fresh inters. That must be a mistake somewhere. Unless he knows something that we don't. Fruitful now comes into the pits. No penalty for him. Jacob as well, he's coming in. Slows it down in time. Javi, yeah.
Mediums for Fruitful.
Mediums for Fruitful.
Mediums for Jacob.
Varamir staying out. He's playing the team game, isn't he? He's going to try and block Medium Pilot, but it's not going to do much good.
Mediums for Javi as well, so mediums for all the COS drivers coming out in this round of pit stops.
And Gill and Medium Pilot have made big gains, but crucially Fruitful has kept net third.
Just have to see if Varamir can hold Gill up now. He's a few seconds up the road.
I think Fruitful will get in pretty quickly now that DRS will be active. So if I'm Varamir, I'm boxing this time round. If I'm honest, I'd have boxed anyway, because he's now costing himself time. It was admirable to try and play the team game, but...
Cookie comes back in, so a mistake on the part of the McLaren team.
It's unfortunate for him.
It will be mediums for Cookie as well.
It will put him down into the last place on the running order, but he is still running. And that's all points for COS. And Varamir's run wide as he tries to allow Fruitful through.
Yeah, and Varamir, as you said, he is in this time, so is he going to get it slowed down?
Yeah, easily. Varamir playing the team game. See what he goes for here. Mediums for Varamir.
We had the, just looking at Varamir's car there, he had the issue that someone had last night in the Americas tier race, and that he had the brand new switching compound.
Oh yes.
All the grip of the hard tyre, but all the grip of the medium tyre, sorry, but the tyre life of the hards. New from Pirelli for 2020.
If only that was true. Fruitful's dropped back from Gill a little bit in the battle for second. Cookie and Hunt are battling for position on track into turn 1. Cookie looks to have got that move sewn up.
It looks like all our boys either know something about the mediums being able to last.
Cookie can't hold on. Hunter's coming back at him with DRS. But Cookie's going to hold it on the outside, I think. Great defending from the lad.
Go on, Cookie, lad.
Forces his elbows out, keeps the position on the softer tyre as well. It's interesting though that all the guys who are on the hard tyre are all SFR drivers.
Yep.
Now, medium pilot's losing time to Gill quite rapidly. He's lost 1.5 seconds over the last 2 laps.
It's possible that Gill is the tyre dummy for them, because as the only one on mediums.
Well, no, they've got Laser Lord as well.
Ah, Laser Lord. I hadn't noticed Laser Lord. Yeah, of course. Sure.
We'll see what happens, because Gill is going to be very quickly within DRS range of medium pilot. So I wonder if they're going to play the team game and allow the Williams through. Track getting quicker all the time. Fruitful dropping back still. The podium
I think
looks...
Fruitful knows when he, as long as he brings the car home, he's going to get some decent points.
18 points for COS as it stands.
To damage that.
To 15 viewers now. Nice to see you all, everybody. Thank you for joining us. Hope you're enjoying yourselves. COS looking for a dominant victory points-wise at the moment. After early retirements for 2 COS drivers in Mitch and Bullet Boy, and then 5 SFR drivers in Topics, Nick Mania, Waters was the big one out of that, Storm and Electrodan.
And I think if COS maintain the lead and win this, then it'll be mainly in this race down to Waters' such an early retirement. I don't think anyone could have seen him
no, going out too early. I mean, and then
lap,
you can put that down to the 5th-place grid penalty as well. Put himself back in the pack when he would have been at the front.
And retiring by choice as well. I mean, I don't know much about these guys, but I'd assume Waters is one of the top drivers in the top tier, so...
Thomas and Rosa have swapped positions into turn 1.
I don't know if that's strategical or...
And Varamir's made a move on VRT Midnight as well, but Midnight will have the DRS to come back at him into turn 4.
And Gwill can see the gearbox and medium pilot.
He can, but he's not
getting closer and closer.
He's not, though. He's not closed in much this time round, and Fruitful's now starting to pick up the pace. And I think this could end up being more playing into the hands of Fruitful at the moment.
Yeah, Fruitful is gaining. He's just gaining down this straight, which makes me think that Gill does have that wet setup on. And Fruitful may have a hybrid or even a full dry setup.
Yeah,
so.
I think from the start of the stint it was more indicative of Fruitful having a hybrid. And I don't know whether Gill's now struggling in Medium Pilot's dirty air or whether he's been told to hold station. If he has been told to hold station, I think that's quite damning on the part of his team. He was obviously the quicker man, but considerably as well. You might as well let him go and see what he can do. Medium Pilot could crash or anything, you never know. You want to guarantee yourself the victory.
To show off their top driver. And on the hards as well. So.
Maybe, yeah. No, Dan. Mitch, Storm and Electrodan went into turn 4. Then Waters got wing damage, pitted, and then then retired by choice. Nick Mania, I don't know what happened to him. Topics retired by choice, and Bullet Boy, I don't know what happened to him either. He also retired by choice, but he was in a good position at the time, and then just decided to come into the pits and retire.
And look at Fruitful now. Gill must have made a mistake. I wasn't paying attention, but Fruitful's closed right up to the back.
Yeah, he has.
Williams.
Either that or Gill's dropping back to hold him there.
He's not going to manage.
He might do. Fruitful's taking it round the outside, but if you're Gill, you've just forced wide.
And I wonder what Hunter's playing at. So 10-second time penalty.
10 seconds?
10 seconds.
For corner cutting?
Yep.
I wonder. Fruitful takes second place off Gill though. But we'll jump back across and see if he can keep it in a minute. Hunter at the minute, dropping back from Cookie at a rapid rate. 6.5 seconds now the gap.
And I wonder if he just made a mistake and gone off track. And when he come back on, the game's giving him a penalty.
Maybe, yeah.
I don't know, but...
He is almost about to be lapped though. That's a worrying thing. Fruitful's got some defending to do. It should be an easy move for Gill actually back into turn 1.
And yeah, Williams slips up the inside.
Well, he's gone a little bit deep though, and Fruitful should get the run and the DRS. Does. DRS is open. And he's trying the outside. Gill's defending hard though. Forces Fruitful wide. He'll have to sit behind for one more lap. Both guys on minimal ERS right now. Fruitful's going for it into turn 6. Unorthodox overtaking. It might just throw Gill off a little bit off his rhythm.
So would have only had one encounter in tier 1. But
yeah, both guys. In all fairness to Gill, both of these guys are renowned quality drivers, and as much as Gill's reputation within COS is tarnished, there's no denying the fact that he's fast.
Him as a driver.
No, it doesn't. Definitely not.
He just felt wronged.
He did.
With what happened with Javi, and obviously it was fair. It's during the race, it gets heated.
It does. Fruitful has retaken second place, but does not have the DRS to defend, so it will be Hill's position to reclaim. A bit of weaving.
Contact as well.
Yeah, contact from those two. Gill goes wide.
Didn't see any pieces of from wing flying off.
So it seemed all above board. Midnight now close to the back of Rosa. And we'll have DRS, and this should be an easy move for him.
I'm just going to try and see if I can get an insight into what happened from Mitch.
Go for it, yeah.
Yep, it was just a coming together.
Yeah, then there's nothing doing really, is there? Gill has DRS again, and this might be another overtake for second place for the Williams, and he slides down the inside, but Fruitful's going to hold the line, parks it on the apex, and will hold the position for now. No wing damage for the Williams despite that contact. Why are you showing me the DRS wing, you fools? And Fruitful's held it.
Nothing. Gil can do, because Fruitful just stuck his car right there. There's nowhere Gil can get past.
Perfectly fair defending. He wanted to hold the apex.
Yeah, Mitch just says it was a mess out of turn 4. He just got caught up in it.
Yeah, mess at turn 4. And that's what took out 3 guys.
Crucially, Mitch was the last to retire, so...
He was, indeed.
Well, congratulations to Mitch.
And I think Gil will get the move done again into turn 1 here. He's close enough. And he's saved a lot more ERS. Oh no, him and Fruitful have got exactly the same level of charge.
That DRS, the movable rear wing opening.
Doing so much work for... Yeah, he's got the position, but Fruitful will have DRS to counter-attack.
It's a great battle for P2.
It is,
Medium
definitely.
Pilot's buggered off. He's gone.
Well, he's not pulling away. That's the thing. That's the crucial part. He's not pulling away. The gap's hovering at around 4 seconds. He's trying it. Contact between the two. No damage on the Renault. Varamir on the back of Thomas, and Thomas allows the racing point through.
Fresher tyres as well for Varamir. Could be a strategical move to let Varamir try and...
Yeah, I think we're at the crossover point as well on tyre life, because this lap alone, Medium Pilot...
a big shunt. And Gil's round. Fruitful pushes Gil round, and
they have waited for each other.
Wait for him, yeah,
and allows him through, but that brings Jacob back into contention, and he goes through past Fruitful, and he's now the man.
The end plate's off on Fruitful's car, so
sorry that we missed that, and he's not going for the overtake on Jacob. He knows. Bring your cars home, boys. That's all we ask. But yeah, as I was saying, that lap, Medium Pilot was starting to pull out a gap, and Midnight is closing in on the guys ahead of him on the medium tyre. So maybe the hard was the right choice.
What's happened between Fruitful and Gil there?
I think either
it was Mitch. I won't repeat the second part of his message, but apparently there was a bit of brake checking going on.
So Gil's brake checked Fruitful, and
Fruitful pushed him round.
Well, we'll see after the race. I'm sure Fruitful will have his footage. We'll send it across to the SFR guys. And as much as we were saying earlier that it's not a fair reflection of his ability, maybe it is.
Because Gil, I don't believe Gil has any wing damage from that.
And he won't if it was brake check.
Well, I'm just thinking because Fruitful pushed him round.
But he does have a Jacob going for the move and having it done.
Get in there, Jacob.
Jacob takes second place.
No wing damage on the Williams.
No.
As they come out of the centre S's.
But Jacob's got that position now, and it's going to take one massive effort from Gil to take that back from him. Either that or just a big DRS straight, which he's going to have in a couple of corners' time.
Yeah, as you said, DRS doing most of the work. Gil has a little snap. He's drifting round that corner. That'll hurt his tyres.
So Gil,
I think it's time.
He's been racing hard with Fruitful, who's pitted for soft tyres. Fruitful's in for softs, down into P10. If he can get himself back ahead of Midnight, then that's all worth it. I'm sure he can.
I'm just thinking, is Fruitful going to cycle his tyres? Because I don't think the softs can make it.
Well, 12 laps? I think they can. At this stage, I think they can.
You've raced Brazil on this game, I haven't.
Yeah, I think they'll be hurting by the end, but
if Fruitful can just manage them.
Oh, big overspeed for Gil down towards turn 4. Jacob will defend hard, but there's no stopping the Williams coming through. unlike when Fruitful was battling him, Jacob does have backup. Simply is closing in. And Javi's not too far back either to be able to get involved. Oh, wouldn't it be great if we could have Javi and Gil having a ding-dong for P2?
Do you know, I obviously I'm not recommending this, but I'd just love to see Javi run into Gil, take him out the race, because he does deserve it.
Yep. And Mitch has just reported he was on board. It was a clear brake check from Gil on Fruitful, so if hopefully Mitch can have that recorded and we'll send it across.
Do you want Lewis to join?
Yeah, go on then. Thomas now closing on to the back of Varamir again. Whether these two will actually fight, I don't know. But more importantly, in terms of points, Eat Cookie closing in on Laser Lord.
Just get. Ah, he's arrived.
Mitch is here.
Keep your language to a minimum, we know how you feel.
Hello, gentlemen.
Hello.
Hello, Mitch.
Four-man commentary box.
Yeah, just before we start, have you definitely got your audio shared, Mitch?
Yeah, I haven't changed anything.
Right,
I was
cool.
going to say, if you haven't, feel free to go. You're swearing out now.
I can do it in my own free time.
So clear brake check, yeah?
Definitely was a brake check. I was riding on board with Fruitful at the time before the last corner, like the left-hander.
Oh, I saw it. I was riding on board.
It just, to me, it looked like he either brake checked, like, or he just backed out of it way too soon, like way before the corner. To me, it looked like a clear brake check. I'm pretty sure Gil's response to that's going to be he didn't like the way Fruitful squeezed him out of the second DRS zone, but it was clear.
Hello, Lewis.
Hello, Lewis.
Hello,
You've missed some exciting racing.
You have.
Yeah,
It wasn't a move, I would say.
Cookie's going for a move on Laser Lord.
Oh, they're inside each other on my screen.
Yeah, same for mine. Laser Lord will have the DRS and should get that position back into turn 4.
Oh, have we got a four-way commentary booth?
We have.
Okay. Nice.
Because Mitch was forced to retire early, and Jacob's back ahead of Gil into turn 1 for second place.
Indeed, forced to retire early due to some nonsense down at turn 4, as I understand.
Yeah, sorry.
Turn 4 was total carnage. I have no idea. I came around the corner and there was a Ferrari parked right in front of me.
That would have been Electro down. Since you're the only one who can, Mitch, would you like to invite Jacob? I'm watching Jacob. Would you like to invite Lewis to the lobby? Oh.
And that's Fruitful getting past Rosa for P9. He's got 4.3 seconds to make up to get back ahead of Midnight.
Is this the first time someone's commentated twice in a day?
Yes.
Get in! You!
I'm joining. I'll be with you guys shortly, so I'll know what to commentate on.
Fruitful's on the charge now. 3.6 the gap to Midnight. Gil's back ahead of Jacob though.
Lovely battle between Gil and Jacob to watch.
The only time I've ever seen
Crucially though.
Space.
Yeah. I was just saying before you joined, Mitch, it'd be nice if Javi could get up alongside Gil and just wipe him out.
Jacob back down the inside into turn 4. Retakes second place.
I don't encourage taking people out on purpose, but
accidentally miss a braking point, you know.
That's nothing I encourage. But seeing as this guy doesn't seem to like to drive fairly, I don't have very nice things to say about him.
Thomas and Varamir have been swapping positions for quite a while now, and that's allowed Midnight to close the gap and put them both under pressure. But that also plays into the hands of Fruitful, who's closing in 2.3 now, the gap to P8.
Oh, Electro Dan's retired.
Yeah, no, you see it on the retirements from the start of the race.
Oh,
Yep.
wow. Wow. I'm in the Matrix. Well,
Thought he
yeah,
wasn't driving today.
Yeah. Well, apologies for there being later than I thought it was going to be. Don't laugh, but I lost a cat. But I found the cat, and it's safe. Everyone knows the cat is safe.
The cat is safe.
The COS cat is safe, so we're alright.
And I don't know if you noticed, gents, but Jacob just picked up a 3-second time penalty.
I did see that, but crucially, Gil has one as well, and look where Simply is. He's he's on the cusp of DRS, right behind these two fighting.
I said I'd do it around lap 30. I'm just gonna have a look.
I think the most important move at the moment, Fruitful on the back of Midnight. He will have DRS, but it's a bit of a train from Thomas.
Oh, it's good, yeah. Thomas and Varamir gets ahead of Thomas. So he's up in a P6. Thomas is on 20 lap mediums, so they're going to be a bit getting towards the end of their life.
Fruitful on the march. 4 guys battling for position.
Oh!
And Thomas has allowed Fruitful through.
And he's just out the Red Bull of Midnight. Going to pressure here. Fruitful's down the inside. What a move on those soft tyres.
Switch back from Midnight, but Fruitful should hold the inside.
And I will say, as it stands, we are getting 124 points from this. As it stands now.
Good stuff.
So,
does that mean we win?
Yes.
If it stays like this, yes.
Get it. Nice one.
So how many? So hang on, SFR need 138 points. Am I right to win?
How many were we ahead?
27. Yeah, they need 138 points to win out of 210.
And they are not getting that at the minute.
No. I think we'll see.
I'm not sure if there's 138 points up for grabs for SFR.
I don't think there are now that all the guys, although they've got a lot of retirements, haven't they? We see Varamir allow Fruitful into P6.
Yeah, good driving from Dave there.
Big Dave.
Your
Dave.
Big
your
Dave.
nemesis.
Dave.
He's our Dave.
He's our Big Dave. Our very own Dave.
He is our very own Dave. I just love that name. But,
Our very own Big Welsh Dave.
Yeah.
Jacob's going to be passed. Yep, he's going to get passed for P2 again.
I will say, for somebody that we brought in within the last hour and a half to find a driver, simply, and same with Javi, we both have had
they've done
no
good.
time to prepare for this. They've had great races.
It's a shame about Bullet Boy. I think he would have been somewhere near the front by now.
Yeah, he had pretty good pace. I'm not quite sure what happened. It looked like he had lost it in the corner that turned into an actual corner in the wet. So, but I'm not 100% sure if that's what happened.
I mean, sometimes having just turning up can help you. Because we lost Blades.
Yeah, Blades is gone.
He's gone night. But yeah, it's good to sometimes have that one-off. You know, there's no pressure. You're like, oh, okay, just turn up and drive. And you can get, although it's not the best preparation, like you guys said, you actually can, you don't want no pressure, and yeah, you can sort of flow a bit better, less mistakes. Yeah, they've done pretty well so far.
Jacob, I think, is struggling for pace at the moment. He's starting to drop off a little bit from Gil, but that's to be expected, I think.
Yeah, I mean, how long are these medium tires supposed to go? I can't believe they made them as long as they've gone. I thought for sure they would have to stop again.
I've been able to do it before, like when I won it last season.
Varamir going for a move around midnight into turn 1. He's made it.
He won't have DRS though, will he?
No, he won't. But Thomas might to go for a double move. Not quite close enough.
So each cookie's got a penalty.
It's not going to make a difference to him at the minute.
No. Ready to go.
3 to go. Let's jump on board with our race leader. We've not seen much of him so far, because he has led from start to finish. We've got Matt in the chat saying he's watching the SFR stream as well, and that they're really hoping for a 1-2 finish. Well, they're going to need it if they have any chance.
Yeah, it's not going to make any difference.
And if one of their drivers gets it by brake checking one of ours, then they can have it, as far as I'm concerned.
Yep. That's exactly what Fruitful's response was to that.
Yeah. So. I mean, that said though, we can't take away from Medium Pilot. He's done nothing wrong. And he's driven brilliantly so far.
I honestly thought he was going to struggle with the options going to the hard tire when it went from wet to dry, but I think the fact that the sun came out right away kind of, it didn't stay that overcast, so kind of helped him be able to get those tires up to temp.
Yeah. And I think Fruitful Softs have gone off the cliff, because look at Midnight now, he's closed at 1 second in that sector alone.
Yeah, those softs, they don't last very long. When I saw he was on 6 lap softs already, I did think he's going to stretch it, making the softs last all the way to the end. And I think he's going to struggle here to hold back that Red Bull. Red Bull's looking for the inside. Fruitful defends, keeps it tight, but he's going to be a sitting duck surely, coming out the centre S with the second DRS. So.
He could really do with his compatriot and tier 1 teammate to help him, but he's just too far behind. Fruitful's going to have to hold the inside, squeezes the Red Bull of Midnight wide, and holds P6 for now. We'll see what we can do, Blades. We'll see what we can do.
One lap left, Blades.
Yeah. So you guys in the chat, if you want to get your votes in for COS driver of the day. Obviously, I think it's fair enough to say that the overall driver of the day is Medium Pilot.
I'm gonna give my vote to. It's kind of hard, but I'm gonna go with Jacob.
Fruitful is heavily defending from Midnight. He's being clean, but it's as aggressively defending as he can be. And here we go then.
He's only got to defend once more. If he can hold this, he's probably keeping P6. And he has at the moment.
Oh, he's got the inside. Oh, he had to back out. Yeah,
great driving from Midnight.
Medium Pilot's coming towards the line.
As we jump on board with the man who has been imperious across both legs of this exhibition series. He takes his second win for SFR. Medium Pilot. We're going to have Gil come across the line in second place, Jacob in third, Simply will cross in fourth place, Javi in fifth, Fruitful, crucial, can he hold it?
He has a bit more ERS, but there is a bit of DRS coming in. It's a bit like shades of me and Jacob at the end of Tier 3 last season.
Here comes Midnight! No, he's got him on the line!
And Fruitful's got penalties as well, anyway.
Midnight got him on the line. Varamir and Thomas jumped them both. Rosa comes across in 10th, and Cookie will be the last man to finish in P11. Titchy, the point system is 20 points for first, 19 for second, 18 for third, and so on all the way down to 20th, getting 1 point.
But if we DNF'd, no points?
No, DNFs get the points as well. That's what we did last time anyway, just to count everybody in case of a worst case scenario.
Well, lucky for us, I think I was the only one at the bottom.
Yes, I think they did have 92 after the first leg. Congratulations to Medium Pilot. 2 brilliant performances across both legs. Gives him 2 wins and gives his points haul for SFR the maximum of 40. Gil comes across the line in second place, but it's controversial that he's there after what is seemingly an obvious brake check on Fruitful Coot, which put him out of the running for the podium. Jacob, though, was able to salvage it for COS and finish third, Simply in fourth, Javi 6th, Varamir 7th, Thomas in 8th, Midnight for SFR in 8th. Fruitful eventually finished P9, it's 1 lap too many on those soft tyres. Rosa came across in P10, Cookie 11th, Laserlord 12th, and Hunter 13th are your finishing runners. The rest of the guys all retired early on in the Grand Prix. Who's messing about with crockery?
Oh, it's me, my bad.
You fool! And your microwave.
Microwave? Full microwave. I mean, I wasn't doing anything food-wise.
No.
That was the sound of metal. Like I've got some coasters here. Yeah, you hear that? Yeah.
Yeah. Right. So we're gonna get 3 of the COS guys in to have a chat with us, and while we do that, I'm just gonna play an ad for a minute. So we'll see you all in just a second. And yes, we're gonna get Fruitful in to talk about the brake check. Don't need to ask me that one. Let's get these guys in, and we'll get Blades back as well. See you later, mate. I need your footage if you don't mind.
Okay. I did save it. So I was on board with it, so I'll cut out the extra. I'll just hang out.
Okay, good man. See you in a minute. So we'll go for Fruitful, Jacob. We'll just stick with those 2, I think. And then we'll get Blades in as well. So, welcome back. Fruitful has joined us.
Hello.
Hello.
And Blades is back as well. Oh, Jacob's here.
While I've been out of the party, I've been doing some calculations.
Have you done the maths?
I will reveal at the end of the stream.
Okay. Let's start with the obvious bit. Fruitful. Brake check on that.
He did brake check me. He braked way too early. And then I got wing damage from him. And yeah, I want to put him in the wall. very badly. Just risk both of our lives, but still. He's annoying kitty work, so just I mean, I had no pace whatsoever on the wets, so I fell far back, and then on the mediums I came back. But yeah, just annoying as hell. So
yeah.
Don't worry, mate. We understand.
Yeah, you did well to bring it home. Just one lap too far on those softs, I take it.
No, it was the lap too far. I wanted to put Faramir and Thomas into his DRS, so I just braked and held back a lot, so to keep up, Midnight behind me, and hold him up.
Fair play.
He skipped just in front of me at the end.
Yeah. That's unlucky. So the main thing I wanted to ask you about was that brake check, because it was a great battle between you two up to that point.
Yeah, he was quite dirty. He's always been.
Yeah, I mean, me and Blaze were talking on stream and saying, well, he only did one race for COS before we had to bin him off, but maybe, and we said, well, maybe it's not a representation of what he's like as a driver, and then he goes and brake checks you.
So don't worry, mate. It's not your fault. He's mental. So, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm not worrying too much.
Yeah, alright, great job, man.
Yeah, thanks.
Alright, Jacob.
Bonsoir.
Here he is.
How could you not keep with him and get second, man? Come on.
Oh, shut up, man. So they've got some pretty impressive pace. I'm not gonna lie. So.
Are you eating while being interviewed?
Oh, I'm finishing off my pizza. I wasn't able to finish it before the race.
You're always eating whenever I hear you.
Eating time is about now. When the sun goes down, I get rather peckish, and it's time to nibble.
Fair enough.
Everything changes when the sun goes down.
Exactly. I tried my best to keep up with Gil. I really did. I'm sorry if I let the team down.
Nah, man, you did good.
But yeah, I mean, medium pilot Gil, they've got some pretty impressive pace. I mean, when I was behind him, I was able to catch up with him, but we were sort of slowing each other down for this brief moment where we were sort of like both saving, and I could tell he was saving as well. And then when he got in front of me, I was then low on ERS and wasn't able to hang on to him when he sort of went for his final sprint at the end. It was he was all right with me anyway. I was tempted to do a little brake check on him at a couple of points, but the opportunity didn't arise. But yeah, I mean, hopefully we've over the two races we've done them.
Well, let's find out. Blaze, can you reveal your calculations, please?
By my calculations, we win by 62 points.
Fantastic.
Hey.
So 241 to 179.
Fantastic
I
stuff.
believe those are right, so I'll have two spell luck.
Festive.
I'll have two spell luck over it later.
Yeah, the wizard will do the proper calculations for us, and then we'll have a post on our Twitter and Instagram accounts later on this evening. With that, all that remains to say is thank you all for joining me this evening. Either you guys at home or you guys in the party now for a chat or to commentate alongside me. As much as tonight was a bit of a ragtag band of miscreants, I think we've done alright.
And it's goodbye from Dan, and it's goodbye from me.
And it's goodbye from me.
Bye from me.
Goodbye. Bye.
Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.